Hey guys, it's Jules here. I just wanted to make this quick video today about why you shouldn't get pierced with a gun, especially not cartilage, because this has been very prevalent for me lately. I have my cartilage or helix, whatever you want to call it, up here pierced, and it looks fine, looks normal, but I've actually been experiencing like a lot of problems with it lately, like sleeping on it. It's like really, really painful to sleep on it, which would be normal maybe if I got this piercing like within the past few months or even the past few years, but I got this piercing done in 7th grade. 7th grade. Hold up. 7th grade. Okay, so I am a freshman in college. So 7th grade was, oh my gosh, 6 years ago. So I've had this piercing for a very long time, and it was the first like real piercing that I got besides my lobes. I convinced my parents to let me go to Claire's. I was like really young, and I was like, yeah, I want to get my cartilage pierced. And little did I know that that was going to be a really bad idea. So it healed actually fine from the gun at Claire's. I never had any problems with it healing. It just sometimes it just gets really painful and irritated for no reason. And like I know a lot of cartilage piercings do that on its own, but like I have my industrial pierce, and even if I sleep on that funny, it doesn't really ever hurt. And like every single time I put my head on this, like it still hurts. And the problem with getting a cartilage piercing done with a gun, so let me just put this out here as the general explanation of why I'm having these problems. When you get cartilage pierced with a gun, it's just shooting the sharp end of the piercing, like here's your cartilage, it just shoots it right through. When you get it pierced with a needle, it's a hollow needle, so when it pierces through the tissue or the cartilage, it takes out a little chunk, so it reduces the swelling. And when you put just a sharp earring through, like with a piercing gun, it just pushes the cartilage to the side. So instead of making a hole, it just pushes it and like shoves its way through. And so you can actually break your cartilage or disform your cartilage, and it's not a good thing at all. Like I really wish that I knew that, and if I ever have kids, I'm definitely going to make them get their piercings done at an actual piercing shop to avoid this kind of thing, because I actually think that I'm going to be retiring this piercing soon because it's just giving me a lot of trouble. Like sometimes it'll be fine and other times it just is painful to sleep on, and it's just not even worth it. Like I don't even really like it that much. But the other thing that happened was I tried to put in a 16 gauge hoop through it, which with any other piercing wouldn't be a problem, even though it's pierced at probably an 18 or a 20. It should never be a problem to put just like one size bigger in. It might be sore for like a day, but no, this got so sore, so red. I could just tell that there was too much pressure on the piercing, and that since the cartilage wasn't removed properly when it was pierced, it was just creating like a red, swollen, like mess, being like, get this out of here. Like I could just tell that the cartilage was just like shut, like there's too much pressure against the piercing. And so that pretty much was like the sign when I was like, well, I guess that I really shouldn't have got it done at Claire's. Like I tried to put in a 16 gauge hoop, which shouldn't even be a problem, and like it swelled up for like 3 days until I took it out, and now it's fine. Well, besides the fact that it hurts all the time when I sleep. But yeah, so I would highly recommend, if you're gonna get a cartilage piercing, don't get it done at your piercing pagoda in the mall or Claire's, anywhere where some random person is just gonna be able to punch a gun through your ear, because it's just so traumatizing to your cartilage. And that's not really something that you want to mess with, because cartilage is actually very like sensitive. You can easily like fuck it up. Also, I hope nobody still does this, but I know that there's people that do because I've seen it all over YouTube. Please, I'm begging you, please don't pierce your nose with a piercing gun, because this is cartilage too, and this is very, very thick cartilage. So odds are that that piercing gun does not go all the way through. And if it does, you don't want to have an earring in your nose, first of all. You want to have either a nose screw, a nose bone, or the one that looks like this, the L bend. You don't want to have anything that has a back that's gonna, just don't do it. Don't put an earring in your nose, please. So I really hope that if you guys are like the younger crowd and you're considering going to get things at Claire's, or like maybe you just started off into piercing and you don't realize how bad it is, please take the time to research how like negatively affected you can become from getting pierced on cartilage with a gun. I really do regret it. I feel like I've always wanted to take it out and get it re-pierced with a needle, or re-pierce it myself even, because it's just, I don't know, it scares me. The fact that it was done with a gun, like, I've just always felt like something bad was going to happen to it, and luckily it didn't. There was no keloids or anything, but that's not what the problem is. You're not really looking at a problem with infection. It's more of how your ear is shaped and the way that the cartilage is, like the pressure against it. You don't want to have something that's creating unnecessary pressure in your ear, because that, if there's unnecessary pressure, that's what can break the shape of your cartilage, and it can literally shatter your ear. So I hope that you guys can learn from my mistake. Even though I have been lucky enough not to deal with that, just please don't take your chances. It's not going to be worth it in the end, and getting it done by a professional is usually just as expensive or not expensive, and it's a lot less painful. Like, a gun will really hurt, but a needle will not. It's actually very sharp, where the guns are very, very dull. The piercing, the earrings that they put in, because they can't have it too sharp so that when you hit your head on it, it's not going to stab you in the head. So you're pretty much getting a dull thing punched through thick cartilage, and that's an important part of your body. So I really hope that you guys, like, take this message to heart. And I'm sure if you're a modified person, you've probably heard this like a million times already. It's pretty much like the go-to rule for cartilage piercing. Don't get it done with a gun. But yet so many people still get it. I did it when I was really young, and I try and tell my friends when they're gonna go get something, just don't do it. So I'm passing that message along to you. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions or comments, just send me a message or comment down below. I will always respond. I like hearing from you guys. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye. Love you.